Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. We got the final game of this three-game series between the California Angels and New York Yankees. Leading it off for the Angels, playing center field is Miller. Batting second, playing second is Rich. Batting third, playing right field is Bostock. Batting fourth, playing left field is Rudy. Batting fifth, doing the DH is Baylor. Batting sixth, playing first base is Farley. Batting seventh, playing third base is Jackson. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is Chalk. Batting ninth, doing the catching is Humphrey. And on the mound, doing the pitching is KNAPP. And for the hometown New York Yankees, we have leading off, playing left field is White. Batting second, playing second base is Randolph. Batting third, playing center field is Thomason. Batting fourth, playing right field is Jackson. Batting fifth, doing the DH is Chambliss. Batting sixth, playing third base is Nettles. Batting seventh, playing first base is Spencer. Batting eighth, doing the catching is Johnson. Batting ninth, playing shortstop is Dent. Let's get down here to Yankee Stadium and get started. And Rick Miller to lead it off, batting .242 on the year with 1 homer and 11 RBIs. This is Ed Figueroa's 14th start. He is 11-1 with a 2.2 ERA, and those 11 wins is leading the majors. Can he get number 12? Here's the pitch to Miller. That's going to be a base on balls. So the lead-off batter gets aboard with a walk, and Bobby Grich comes to the plate. And Bobby is batting .243 with 4 homers and 20 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Gary makes the catch for out number 1. And Bostock comes to the plate. And Bostock's batting .326 with no homers and 17 RBIs. That's going to be 16 and 8. That'll be a pop-up down the third, and Nettles makes the catch. And there's 2 outs. And the leadoff walk still down there at first. And Joe Rudy's at the plate. Rudy's batting .265 with 3 homers and 9 RBIs. And that'll be a swing and a miss. And that'll end the top of the first. Angels, nothing. Yankees coming to bat with White, Randolph, and Thomason. White's batting .279. He's got 2 homers and 11 RBIs. This is Knapp's 14th start of the year. He's 8-2 with a 2.53 ERA. Here's the pitch to White. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Grich. That'll be out number 1. And Willie Randolph comes to the plate. Randolph batting .279 with a homer and 24 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Willie out. And there's 2 down. And Gary Thomason comes up, batting .250 and no homers and no RBIs with the Yankees. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Chalk. The Yankees go down 1-2-3 to the top of the second. We go and no score. You got Baylor due up, followed by Farley and Jackson. See the Yankees' upcoming schedule. They leave New York and head down to Boston to play 3 games, and then after a 3-game series in Boston, they head to Detroit. Baylor batting .200 with 10 homers and 32 RBIs. And Baylor gets a hold of this, and that ball is going to be hit into right field. Dredge makes a nice catch, takes a hit away from Baylor, and there's 1 down. And Farley comes up batting .324. Off to a great start with 4 homers and 14 RBIs. That's going to be a ground ball down the Nettles. Quickly 2 outs here in the second. And Mr. Ron Jackson comes to the plate, batting .267 with 4 homers and 24 RBIs. And that'll be a ground ball down the Nettles, and that'll do it. 1, 2, 3 goes the Angels. To the bottom of the second we go. We got Jackson due up, followed by Chambliss and Nettles. Reggie's batting .332 with 20 homers and 43 RBIs. That's a swing and a miss. He strikes Chris out for out number 1. Now Reggie out for out number 1. Now Chris is up, and Chris is batting .261, 4 homers and 38 RBIs. Chris has been on a tear lately. That's going to be another back-to-back strikeouts here. KNAPP right now is rolling through these Yankees. That's his 3rd strikeout. Now Nettles is up, batting .297 with 15 homers and 49 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Bostock. That'll end the inning. The Yankees go down 1, 2, 3. We're heading to the top of the 3rd. In a 0-0 game, you got Chalk, Humphrey, and Miller due up. Chalk batting .195 with no homers and 11 RBIs. And that's going to be a pop up down the 2nd. And that'll be out number 1. Terry Humphrey comes to the plate, and he's batting .269 on the year with 2 homers and 12 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball. This one out to left field. White got it. And Ken Castro joins us here today. And now you got Rick Miller up. He walked his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Bucky Dent. And that's another 1, 2, 3 inning. Go to the bottom of the 3rd. Still no score. Bottom part of the order due up here for New York. Spencer, Johnson, and Dent. Spencer's batting .280 with 10 homers and 20 RBIs. And that's a fly ball out to Miller for out number 1. And Cliff Johnson comes to the plate. Cliff's batting .173. He's got 4 homers and 8 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. KNAPP strikes him out. And there's 2 down. And Bucky Dent comes to the plate, batting .292, having a great 1978 season so far with a homer, 22 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Jackson. And the Yankees go down 1, 2, 3. Still no score as we head to the 4th. We've got Rich due up, followed by Bostock and Rudy, 2, 3, 4 hitters. See, California is 26-37, batting .253 with a .319 base percentage, slugging .361, and an OPS of .680. The Yankees are 47-15. They're batting .280 with a .335 on base percentage, slugging .376 with an OPS of .711. Here's the pitch to Grich, 0 for 1. And that's going to be against the righty at 18. That's a fly ball out to center field. Gary's got it, makes the catch, 1 down. Bostock comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be against the 16. That's going to be popped up down the 2nd. Randolph waits for it, makes the catch near the mound, and there's 2 down. And Rudy comes to the plate 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Nettles. And 1, 2, 3 goes the Angels. We head to the bottom of the 4th with the top of the order due up here. White, Randolph, and Thomason. White's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. KNAPP with his 5th strikeout of the game. He's mowing these Yankees down. Billy Randolph comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He gets a hold of that, and this is going to be the first hit of the ball game, folks, for either team. That's going to be a single in the right field. Bostock does a great job of cutting that ball off, holding Willie to a single. Randolph down at first with one out, and he's going to take off and run here. And the only way they can get him out is on a 66. And he's in there safely with a stolen base. So Willie's down at second with one out. And Gary Thomason's 0 for 1 today. So the head run is down there at second. Against the righty. That'll be a 3 and an 8. And that ball is hit into center field, I believe. Let's see, 22 and an 8. Ball is hit in the center field. There's only one out. That'll be a 45. Miller's got a hell of an arm out there. But Randolph's got great speed. 27 the scoring. That'll be a 53 or lower. Willie's safe. And they throw him out at the plate, folks. Willie gets thrown out at the plate, and it's still a nothing ball game. Unbelievable. Nice job out there by Miller to throw Randolph out. And Jackson's up now with a runner down at first. And 2 out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Gritch. We'll go the short way over to second. That'll end the inning. Nice play by Miller. Keeps it a nothing game as we get to the top of the 5th. We've got Baylor due up, followed by Farley and Jackson. And Don Baylor, he's 0 for 1 today. That's going to be a ground ball down the Nettles. And we have 1 out. And Ron Farley comes to the plate. And he's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. White in the gap makes the catch. And there's quickly 2 down here in the 5th. And Ron Jackson comes up 0 for 1, grounded out today. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Reggie, his namesake. Jackson to Jackson, and Reggie wins that one. 1, 2, 3 goes the Angel. To the bottom of the 5th we go in this pitching duel. You got Chambliss, Nettles, and Spencer due up. See, the Angels have scored 230 runs, 37 homers, 37 stolen bases, have been caught 21 times. Yankees have scored 326 runs, 71 homers, 42 stolen bases, and have been caught 11 times. Chambliss 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And he gets a hold of this one. See where Chris deposits this one at Yankee Stadium. And that's going to be a leadoff double by Chambliss. So the Yankees again got the runner in scoring position. Nobody out this time. And Greg Nettles is at the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a fly out. That's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Chambliss is probably going to stay put. 54 and a 2 is probably going to be count 3. And it is. And that'll be a 1. Yep, Chambliss is going to stay put. So that's a fly ball out the right field. And there's 1 down. Spencer's up with a runner on second and 1 out. He flew out to center field his first time up. He's 0 for 1. That's going to be a big swing and a miss. Knapp with his 6th strikeout of the game. And a leadoff double still down there at second. We're going to move these guys around so you can see the second baseman and the shortstop better. Do a little housekeeping here real quick. Second base. Just a little bit. Shortstop just a little bit. Shortstop there. Second base there. See if that looks a little better. Yeah, it looks a little better. Now you got Cliff Johnson up 2 outs. The runner still down at second. Here's the pitch to Johnson. And that's going to be against the righty. 20 and an 8. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Chalks up with it. Fires across the diamond the first. And that ends the inning. The leadoff double goes nowhere. The Yankees 3-1. We go to the top of the 6th. Still no score in this pitching duel. You got Chalk, Humphrey, and then back to Miller. Chalk's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a base on balls. So they got the leadoff batter aboard here. Terry Humphrey at the plate. And they're going to do a little hit and run, try to stay out of the double play here. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Chalk has to scamper back to first, and there's 1 out. We're back to the top of the order in Miller. And Miller's 0 for 1. He's the other batter that's been on base. He had a leadoff walk in the first. Only 2 batters to be on base. Here's the pitch to Miller. And that's going to be a perfect double play ball. Just what the doctor ordered. That ball's hit down the dent, over to Randolph, over to Spencer. 6-4-3 double play. And we're still scoreless, folks, as we go to the bottom of the 6th with the bottom of the order due up dent. Then we're back to the top with Wade and Randolph. Bucky is 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound of 41 and a 1. Pretty sure that's going to be an error. Yep, that's going to be an error on KNAPP. He can't field it. So the leadoff batter gets aboard here for the Yankees. See if they can take advantage of it. They couldn't in the last inning. So Roy White's up now. And they're going to do a hit and run, try to keep out of the double play also. And that's going to be a 27 on a hit and run. That'll be ground ball down the third. Jackson's only plays over to first, so the runner does get in the scoring position here with 1 out. And now Willie Randolph's up. Randolph has one of the 3 hits. He singled and stole a base back in the 4th. Here's the pitch to Willie. And that's going to be against the righty. 12. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. And here we go again. See what happens here with a base hit in the center field. Is an 8. That'll be a 50. A 22. And Miller's already thrown out 1 guy. They're going to hold him at third. So it's going to be a base hit. You got the big boys coming up. So base hit in the center field, first and third. And Gary Thomason's up. Can Gary do something here? Willie's going to take off again, try to steal. Again, a 66 is the only way they can get him out. And he's in there. It was close, a 63. So Willie steals second. Takes away the double play. Kind of forced the infield in. And now you got Gary Thomason up with runners at second and third. And 1 out, infield in. Gary's 1 for 2. He singled his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. 43 and a 1 will be infield. 3 with the infield in. That's a line drive back to the pitcher. He knocks the line drive down. Only plays over to first. And Bucky then has to hold at third. So the line drive, he fires over to first, and the runners hold. And now there's 2 outs. Bad luck there by Gary Thomason. Hits the ball hard and can't advance the runners. Now, what do you do here? Do you pitch around Jackson? I think you do. I think you intentionally walk Jackson, sets up a forced play at any base, and you pitch to Chambliss. Chambliss, now base is full of Yankees. You got Dent at third, Randolph at second, and Jackson at first. Chris is at the plate. He's 1 for 2. He did double his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. And he'll take it himself, throw it over to the pitcher. And that'll be a 3-1 put out. The Yankees lead, the bases loaded. Yeah, this is a great game brewing, ain't it? And the base is loaded. The Yankees can't score. It's still a nothing game. What a wasted opportunity there. And the forced play paid off in a way, I guess. Like I say, Gary Thomason drives that ball right back up the middle, but he knocks it down instead of going through the draw and in the infield. That was a big play. Now you got the 2, 3, 4 hitters due up here for the Angels. Grich, Bostock, and Rudy. And Bobby's 0 for 2. He's flown out to Thomason twice. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Dent. He fires over to Spencer, and there's 1 out. And Bostock comes up. He's 0 for 2. He has popped up twice to short and second. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Ed Figueroa. Figueroa's up with him, fires over to first, and there's quickly 2 outs here. And Joe Rudy's up. And Rudy, he's 0 for 2. He is struck out and grounded out. And that's going to be a fly ball out the white. 1, 2, 3 goes the Angels. We make it to the 7th inning stretch and a nothing ball game. And as you can see in the team comparison here, California Angels have struck out 254 batters. They walked 200. They've given up 76 doubles and 25 triples. The Yankees have struck out 294 batters, walked 181, given up 94 doubles and 21 triples. You got Nettles, Spencer, and Johnson due up. Nettles is 0 for 2. He's flown out to right field twice. And that's going to be against the righty. That's going to be a base hit. So the Yankees again get the leadoff batter aboard here. Can they do something here in the 7th? They haven't yet. Spencer's up now. 1 on, nobody out. He's 0 for 2. Struck out his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. 32 and an 8. And that'll be fielding column 1. Out at first, runner to second. So he knocks the ball down. Able to get Spencer out at first. Nettles does get in the scoring position. And Cliff Johnson's up now. Can Cliff knock in the go-ahead run here? He's 0 for 2. Struck out and grounded out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Knapp with his 7th strikeout of the game. So it's up to Bucky Dent. Can Bucky Dent deliver here with 2 outs and a runner at second? Bucky's 0 for 2. He did reach on an error his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to his counterpart, Chalk. He fires over to first. And the Yankees strand another one. To the top of the 8th we go. Excuse me. We got Baylor, Farley, and Jackson due up here. And Baylor is 0 for 2 with a fly ball and a ground out. So now you got Baylor up Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball back to Ed. He fields it cleanly, throws it over to Spencer, and there's one down. Ron Farley comes up, and Ron's 0 for 2, grounded out and flown out. And that's going to be against the righty, 16. And that's going to be the first base hit of the ball game. There goes the no-hitter, folks. A little Baltimore chop. Farley beats it out. And there goes the no-hitter. Now you got a runner down at first. One out. And Jackson at the plate. He's 0 for 2. And that's going to be popped up behind home plate. And Johnson takes the mask off, makes the catch for out number 2. And Dave Chalk comes to the plate now. And Chalk is 0 for 1. He did walk his last time up. And that's going to be a pop-up down the third. Nettles calls for it, makes the catch, but the no-hitter is going. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It is still nothing now. It was close, wasn't it? I was rooting for him. Now he's just got to try to win his 12th game and lead the league with 12 wins. KNAPP out there. He's got the top of the order to deal with White, Randolph, and Thomason. Roy is 0 for 3 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Jackson. And there's one out here in the 8th. And Willie Randolph comes to the plate. He's 2 for 3 with 2 stolen bases. He has 2 of the 5 hits. And that's going to be hit number 3 for Willie. He's aboard again here. So Willie gets aboard with a base hit. And you know he's going to be taken off again. Because again, it's only a 66 can get him. So here goes Willie. And he's in there with a stolen base. And now you got a runner in scoring position, and I heard this before with 1 out, and Gary's at the plate. Gary's 1 for 3. And that's going to be a fly ball out to right field. Let's see if Randolph can get down the third here. 1-3, 34. 24. He's going to stay put. A single scoring. And Reggie's at the plate. And again, they walk Reggie. Set up the double play. So it's a fly ball out to right. Reggie comes to the plate here with 2 outs. And they're going to walk Reggie again. Going to walk Reggie. They're going to make Chris beat him here. Now there's force at every base, first and second. Chris Chambliss is 1 for 3 with a double in the game. And he's going to make them pay this time, folks. He squares it up. See where he hits this one at. And that ball is driven into right field. Or left field, rather. That is hit in the left field. And that should score with 2 outs. Randolph should score easily. 67 minus a 34 plus an 18. Yeah, he'll score easily. The question is, will Reggie get down to third? And he's going to hold at second. So an RBI single by Chris as they walk Jackson on purpose. And he drives in the run. And that's going to be it for KNAPP. Pitched a hell of a game. Let's see now. They're going to bring in, let's see, are they going to bring in LaRoche? Got 2 lefties coming up. That's the only lefty they got in the bullpen is LaRoche. Do they bring Miller in the game? Let's see here. Do they bring the lefty in? keep it a 1-run. You can try to keep it a 1-run game, or do they bring in a righty? I hate that it won't show you this stuff. This irritates the crap out of me. Let's see here. And they're going to bring LaRoche in. LaRoche is going to come in and pitch to the lefties. You got Nettles, Spencer due up. 2 outs, runners at first and second, and now a 1-0 ball game. Nettles is 1 for 3. He singled his last time up. Can he add to this 1-0 lead and give the Yankees some insurance here? And that's going to be against the lefty. That'll be a 22 and a 9. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. 25 and a 3. That'll be fielding column 2. He'll go the short way. Over to second, 5-4 put out, but the RBI single by Chambliss makes it a 1-0 game. We go to the top of the 9th. Ed Figueroa with a 1-hit shutout. The Goose is warming up in the bullpen just in case. You got Humphrey due up. See, they're going to pitch hit here for Humphrey. We got a lefty on the bench. I think they are. Ken Landreau is going to come off the bench. Pitch hit for Humphrey. And if they can tie this game up, Brian Downing will come in the game and catch. But Ken Landry is coming off the bench. So Ken's coming off the bench here. Lead off this 9th inning. Ken is batting .210 on the year with no homers and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss at Figueroa. Strikes him out. That's his only his second strikeout of the game. Now you got Miller up. And Miller is 0 for 2 today. He has walked back in the first to start this game off with. And that's going to be a rare play, a 40 and a 63. And that's going to be a strike one. Miller looks at that one go by. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Rick. And he gets a hold of this. He hits that ball in the right field. And now you got the tying run at first. Go ahead run at second at the plate. And Bobby Grich is up. Grich is 0 for 3. If Miller gets in the scoring position, the Goose will come in the game. Grich is 0 for 3. He has flown out twice and grounded out. Ed's looking for a ground ball double play. And he gets a fly ball out to Gary Thomason. He tracks it down, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. And now you got Bostock go up. Do you want to? Let's see if you do that. Do you want to bring in Sparky Lau to pitch to him? That's the question. They're going to let Ed pitch to him. He's going for the 12th win and a shutout. It's his game. Bostock's 0 for 3. He has popped up twice and grounded out. And that's going to be a 2 balls and no strike. He falls behind on Bostock. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball out the Death Valley. Gary goes back, makes the catch. And that's your ball game, folks. Hell of a pitching game. Yankees win 1-0. 2-hitter by Ed Figueroa. Take a look here at this box score. And the star should be the shutout. Figueroa throws his first shutout. Randolph steals 3 bases. He's got 17 on the year. Hell of a game. The Yankees 1 run on 7 hits and no errors. The Angels with no runs, 2 hits and 1 error. Miller and Farley had the 2 hits. They only left 3 men on base. They didn't have a single runner in scoring position. Willie Randolph was the man for the Yankees. He was 3 for 4 today. Scored the only run of the ball game. Nettles was 1 for 4. Chambliss was 2 for 4 with the big RBI. The Yankees were 3 for 12 with runners in scoring position. Left 8 men on base. KNAPP, a hard luck loser, goes to 8-3. Yeah, that was a hell of a game, wasn't it, Ken? Yeah, great pitching game. KNAPP 8-3, 7 2/3, 7 hits, 1 run, walked 2, struck out 7. LaRoche comes in a third of an inning. Ed Figueroa goes the distance, picks up his leading 12th win. He's 12-1. 2 hits, no runs, walked 2, struck out 2, and it's got his ERA down to 2.6. So now let's finish up the American League. You got the A's going to Baltimore. Jim Palmer on the mound. Can the Orioles keep up the winning ways here? They finally look like they straightened the ship out here. They've been struggling here in 78. And now the Orioles left 19 runners on base, folks. And the A's win the game on 5 runs, 12 hits, and 2 errors. Orioles 3 runs, 16 hits, and no errors. Now you got the Mariners going to Boston to take on the Red Sox. Abbott's on the mound for the Mariners. Hey, Abbott. Can Abbott win this game here against Boston? Or can Boston keep up with the Yankees? And the Mariners blow out the Red Sox. It was Abbott all the way with a shutout. Mariners 13 runs, 18 hits, and no errors. The Red Sox no runs, 3 hits, and no errors. Kansas City trying to get back over 500. They're 30-30 against these White Sox in Chicago. It's a doubleheader. See what they can do here in the game number 1 of this doubleheader. And they blow out the White Sox on 14 runs, 22 hits, and 1 error. And the White Sox get shut out in game number 1. No runs, 5 hits, and no errors. This is about the shutout. I'd imagine the shutout and the 22 hits. Hopefully Kansas City kept some runs for game number 2 here. See, can Kansas City sweep this doubleheader? Get 2 games over 500. Yes, they can. They win 5-3 on 10 hits and no errors. White Sox 3 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. Then we go up to Cleveland when the Brewers taking on the Indians in a doubleheader. See what happens here in game number 1. And the Brewers win 4 runs, 11 hits, and no errors. Indians 1 run, 9 hits, and no error. Gorman Thomas drove in all 4 runs, folks. I wonder if that was a grand slam. Let's take a look here. It didn't say nothing. Normally it does. Let's see. Get the scorecard here for Gorman. Nope. He had a 3-run homer and an RBI single. And game number 2, can the Brewers sweep these Indians? Let's take a look here. And the Indians come back and win game number 2. Split the doubleheader, 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors. The Brewers 1 run, 5 hits, and 2 errors. See if the errors cost them here. See if the errors cost them. Sure did. It was an unearned run. Yep. And you got the Tigers taking on the Twins in Minnesota. And the Tigers win 11 runs, 12 hits, and 1 error. The Twins 8 runs, 16 hits. The Twins out-hit the Tigers but couldn't outscore them, and they had 2 errors. And the final game here in the American League is the Blue Jays going up against the Rangers. Rangers are at 500. The Blue Jays 2 games under. And the Blue Jays win 6 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error. The Rangers 2 runs, 5 hits, and 2 errors. Let's take a look down at the standings and leaderboard here in the American League. And the Yankees are up to double digits, 10 games. The Red Sox are back. The Tigers 13.5. The Brewers 14.5. Blue Jays 17 games back. The Orioles are now 20.5 games back. And the Cleveland Indians are 24 games back. The Twins 4 games up on Kansas City. Kansas City's moved into second place. White Sox dropped to 4.5 games back. The Rangers are 5.5 games back. A's are 8.5 games back. California is 11. And the Seattle Mariners are 17.5 games back. And look at Mr. Rice leading the league in everything. A 368 batting average, 23 homers, and 71 RBIs. And Ron Guidry's leading the American League and the Major Leagues with a 1.31 ERA. Ed Figueroa is the only pitcher in the majors with 12 wins. The Goose with 17 saves. And Rice leading in the MVP, and Ed Figueroa leading in the Cy Young. The next game on the channel is going to be a Braves game. Let's look and see who they play and what the pitching matchup looks like. I think they're taking on the Pirates. Yep. It's going to be Bert Blyleven against Phil Niekro. That should be a hell of a game. See how many game series this is. 1, 2, 3. 3 game series for the Braves coming up. I want to thank Ken Castro for joining us. We almost had a no-hitter, folks. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Hit that bell and like button. It doesn't cost a dime. Till next time, y'all have a great day and take care.